Well, I've been back for a week, and I have such a mess on this table. Started collecting things here so I could talk about them, maybe, and I have so much to talk about, so much to show you from my trip and what I've been working on, and there's just so much, and I don't know if I can get it all in, so I'm going to do my best. When I record on my phone, it takes hours, I'm talking hours, to download it to YouTube or to get it on my iPad where my iMovie, where I do my editing, my so-called editing. I don't do a very good job. But anyway, let's just jump in there and I'll just start talking because it's all right here. Who needs notes when it's all in front of you? I mean, I wish you could see this table. It's crazy. Okay, let's just jump right in there and start with what I'm wearing. This is my finished ranunculus. I can't remember where I was last time I spoke. Had I even started it yet? I don't even remember. I did have to start it over a couple of times. I can't remember why now. But anyway, I loved knitting it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was not boring. I mean, you had all this lace to do and short rows and this, that, and the other, and you can't really see it up close. The little things that look like cables, but they're not cables. They're just twisted stitches, I think, if I remember right. And I swore I'm going to jump right in and make another one because I had this black yarn I bought from Yarn Barn that I was going to make just a sweater out of, and I decided I'm going to use that black yarn to do another ranunculus. Well, I'd started it, but then I ended up with too many stitches. I'm still pretty confused about the sizing on that thing because it has a ton of positive ease, and getting the right size is, for me, this was accidental. I mean, it fits, it's slightly big, but it's a little on the small size according to the pattern. But I don't feel like I need to wear a shirt under it, though I did, because like right here, you can see through. I don't think you can really see through the body of the sweater. Maybe you can a little bit, but for your sake, I went ahead and put on a shirt under it. I wore it the other day without anything under it, but I didn't go anywhere either, so I just wanted to put it on and wear it because I finished it right before I left for Scotland and Ireland. We had the best time. I won't talk a lot about it here. I've got all my photos. I'm putting together a kind of a slideshow thing. I haven't quite finished editing all the photos yet. Why, I was just such in awe of everything around me. I was just in awe, and the beauty and I mean, you see pictures, you see movies. Some of these things were in movies even, and you just can't believe you're there. The Cliffs of Moher, that's how I felt the whole time. It's like I kept taking pictures of it. It was the same picture. You know, they had stairs you could go up and down to get better views, and I don't know if you could actually walk along there. The weather was so crazy that day, and it rained all day, and when we got to the cliffs, though, it was so windy, and it just got through pouring, and then when we got off the bus to go up there, it just stopped raining for us, and it seemed to do that a lot. It didn't rain a lot, but the days that it was raining, it felt like it rained while we were on the bus. And except when we went to the sheepdog demonstration, we stood in the rain and watched that. But we were prepared. We had raincoats and hats and everything, so it was not a big deal. But everything else, it seemed to stop raining while we were doing the thing that we were doing. So I was grateful for that. But anyway, back to the sweater. Yeah. I did play yarn chicken a little bit with this. When I finished the sweater, I divided up my yarn so I could see how long to make the sleeves. So I had equal amounts of yarn. I think this sleeve looks longer, doesn't it? I think it is. But anyway, this is how much I had left of, where's the, there we go. This is how much I had left. And this is a Malabrigo, I forget, my mind is still kind of mush. Though, anyway, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? This was on my bucket list of things to buy. Sure, I could make one, but I wanted to buy one. It is an Aran sweater made in Ireland, but I bought it in Scotland. It's funny. Yeah, so all the patterns on here are just, oh my gosh. And yeah, and at some point I will make one. I will make one of these. My mom made one. I think I gave that sweater to my niece because she was a smaller person. My mom was a smaller person. My mom was a stick girl. Anyway, I didn't keep it because it was made out of yucky yarn, and though it was beautiful, I knew I'd never wear it. And so anyway, so we got the basket stitches, the cable stitches, the honeycomb, the diamond, Irish moss, and the blackberry stitch. I'm not sure what the blackberry stitch is. But anyway, it is gorgeous. It is 100% wool. And I'm going to soak it and see if I can soften it up a little bit. But anyway, I wanted an authentic Irish. And it was 59 euros. I thought that was a steal. Oh my gosh, just amazing. This is one of the things I saved to put in my, okay, let's just talk about my journal right now. I kept a journal, and we were only gone 10 days, and I used up as many pages as I could. But I still have a lot of pages to fill up. But you should see all the things. My granddaughter, she does a wonderful job of scrapbooking, journaling, whatever. She told me, save all your trash, Grandma, and then you can journal with it. She advised me not to journal in my journal, but to journal as I scrapbook. And I mean, look, all this trash. This is the trash I saved. Everything. I didn't throw away anything. I have leftover money, things from, this was our medieval castle. This was the group that put this on. This is Bunratty Castle. It's actually a folk park, and kind of like our maybe Silver Dollar City would be. They were in character, and they're keeping the medieval times alive. We had a medieval banquet. Pretty sure everything was made the way they would have made it. But it's a whole park, and we only did the castle thing. But yeah, if you look up Bunratty Castle, you could learn more about it. But we ate with our fingers. All we had was a knife. So that was fun. And I didn't particularly care for the food, but it was okay. It was pretty good. Itineraries, oh my gosh, just receipts. I bought this. We were hoping, we just missed the puffin season, and I was really disappointed. We did the Ring of Kerry, sorry. I was looking at of Skellig. We did the Skellig experience. We did the Ring of Kerry, which is just pretty much a highway that is circled, and just looking at the most amazing scenery you'd ever seen in your life. When I went to Maine years ago, they had puffins there too, and we did not see any puffins. Still haven't seen any puffins. Save the tickets for our things. Anyway, I think my favorite things was Edinburgh Castle. What else? The Highlands. While I was standing there looking at the Highlands, a bagpiper was there, and it just, oh my gosh, you felt like you were in Outlander or something. And then, of course, the Cliffs of Moher. We visited Christ Church. Let me just tell you everything we did. It's right here. Right here in my little thing. We started in Scotland. We landed in Edinburgh, and they came and picked us up and took us to Glasgow, where we started our journey. We took a tour of the city. I think they knew we were going to be tired. We toured the city, and then we went to an art gallery and museum, and it was like it was a Spanish Baroque style building housing one of Europe's finest art collections, including masterpieces by Rembrandt and some other people I don't recognize. And then we had welcoming drinks before dinner while we started meeting our fellow tour mates. Day 2, we went to Loch Lomond. Sorry, Loch Lomond and Loch Ness. I have to say that because you say Loch. You have to say Loch that way. It's the way. It's just the way. It was beautiful, and just the scenery was amazing. We drove through Fort William and to Fort Augustus. We were on a short cruise on the Loch Ness before heading to Naim, and I don't know how to pronounce it, Naim. And so day 3, we visited the Blair Ethol Distillery, founded in 1798. We got to sample the whiskey and were taught the proper way to taste whiskey. And they also had droplets of glasses of water where you had droppers and you taste it and you kept adding water to it according to your taste buds. I kept adding water and more water and more water. Then we traveled to St. Andrews, which is the birthplace of golf, which is pretty neat. It's the home of golf. And it was kind of rainy that day. So we did not go over to the golf course, and there's not much we could have done there anyway, except just look at it. And we did drive by it and we did look at it. But when our bus driver dropped us off, we were on our own for lunch, and then so we had lunch, and we did drive by a castle. We're like, let's walk. This town was totally walkable. So we walked to the castle, the St. Andrew's Castle, if you want to look it up. And it was just kind of sprinkling on us that day. And it was fantastic. It was a great castle. I did lose my sunglasses, though. I had them on top of my head, and I bent over to look down at something, and off went my glasses. The hotel we stayed at And we stayed at some of the best hotels. In Glasgow, it was the Doubletree by the Hilton. Um, we stayed at the Muthu Newton Hotel in Narn, the Dalmahoy Hotel and Country Club in Edinburgh, the Hyatt Centric in the Liberties in Dublin, Killarney Avenue Hotel, and the Limerick Strand Hotel. One of those was at the Killarney Avenue. It was in like an old manor that was restored or something. Anyway, everything was just lovely. Nothing but the best for us. And now I know why it cost so much. Okay, then we went to Edinburgh on the 4th day, and of course we went to the castle. We ate lunch there on the Royal Mile. Didn't have a lot of time. We wanted to do more shopping. We did do some shopping, but the castle was just amazing. Always wanted to go there. Of course, anyway. It's built on a volcanic rock, and I didn't really realize that there was a lot of active volcanoes at one point, because I did see a lot of volcanic rock. But the castle is built on volcanic rock, and it's way up high, and a lot of uphill walking and stairs. We saw the crown jewels. Oh my gosh, amazing. And then we enjoyed an evening. It was a Scottish evening with dinner and traditional entertainment. And then the day 5, we took a ferry to Ireland. And that's where it was like a 2.5 hour ferry ride over to Belfast. And, anyway, the Belfast is where the Titanic was built. So we saw the birthplace of the Titanic, the shipyards, and they built a really nice museum about the Titanic. Yeah, so then day 6, we went to Christchurch. We were in Dublin on day 6. Went to Christchurch Cathedral. We went on a canal dinner cruise. Yeah, the Christchurch was amazing. It's beautiful. I did not enjoy Dublin. We spent 2 days in Dublin and did not enjoy the town. There is 1.5 million people there, and it's not people friendly. A lot of traffic, not individual motor cars, but most people rode bikes or scooters or walked. And yeah, it was just a very busy town. Let's see, day 7, we went to a farmhouse that was built in 1798 or something like that. And but that's where we had scones and coffee. Also a rainy day, and that's where we had the sheep demonstration, the sheepdog demonstration. I'm telling you, that dog is serious about his work. It was amazing to watch the skills of the dog. And then we headed to Blarney Castle. Now, we were forewarned by our bus driver, if anybody has claustrophobia, please, you might be careful. Anyway, and I told Liz, I said, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look up the stairs and see if I think I can do it. So we got there, and and already I was trying to get over a cold. I had congested lungs. I was already having trouble kind of breathing. So I'm like, I already can't hardly breathe. If I go up those stairs, I'm going to be surrounded by people. It's in a tight space. the stairs, there was 127 stairs to the top of where the Blarney Stone is. And it got smaller as it went up. And it was full of people. So I looked up and I'm like, and maybe if I were the only one in there, I might have could have done it. But no, because if you want to turn back, you can't. You can't change your mind. You have to. So I didn't want to panic in front of all my new friends. So I just decided not to go. But the Blarney Castle is still amazing. It's huge. So much history there. They did have gardens there for you to view. And I still have this cough. They did have gardens there for you to view, and a path which we didn't go on. I wish we had now. They had a woolen mill at the, up there where our bus was going to be, and after the castle. I mean, we had our sights set on that woolen mill, so we skipped going down those other paths, but I wish we had. Anyway, so I did not kiss the stone. My cousin Liz did. So at least one of us made it. At least one of us made it. Yeah. So, and then that night we went to a show that was at the hotel. It was Irish dancing, and singing. And it was a good show. The next day, day 8, we did the Ring of Kerry and the Skelly experience. We took a, as it's described, a jaunting car drives you past Ross Castle on Loch Lean. Well, it was a horse and carriage, and it was delightful. Our gorgeous, can I say that? Irish young lad drove us, the horse. Our horse's name was Ginger, and she was a true ginger. How fitting. And anyway, we went through this park, and let's see, was it I was trying to find real quick, like, let's see. Anyway, and from there through this ride through this park, it's a very large park, but it's a state park or a national park. Anyway, and then at some point you can see a castle, which is the Ross Castle. And then we headed to the Dunlow, the Gap of Dunlow, to visit Moriarty's. It's a big shopping. It's like a wool market. That's where I found the yarn, and I bought a hat. I didn't bring the hat in here with me, but my granddaughter Chloe, she wanted me to bring back some yarn and make her a bandana. So when I was in this place, I also bought Dale some mittens, which anyway, I'll just show you the yarn. This is 100% wool. It's from the Kerry Woolen Mills. And it's the only tweed I saw. And they only have bundles like this in a basket. Not a lot of choices. So I was really just trying to pick out a wool that Chloe would enjoy. And she did pick this one to make her bandana out of. So anyway, I didn't bring back a lot, seriously. Here's the mittens I bought. This is the first thing I bought in Scotland, and I know I could make them myself, but no. It says they're handmade with love, so I trust that they are. I don't know. Or they, I don't know. Anyway, so let's see what else we do. And then of course we did, we stayed in Killarney that night. And then the next day, which was the last day, we went to the Cliffs of Moher, and we crossed a fair. Well, we had to take another ferry to get to Shannon. And then there we went to Bunratty Castle and had a medieval style feast. And we got serenaded by the lords and the ladies. And the next day, yeah, we didn't do much that night because we had to repack our suitcases for the airport and try to figure out how to get it all in there and keep it under 50 pounds. And so we went back to our rooms, took showers, got in bed, and up bright and early we had to be down in the lobby at 10 till 6. We were in the lobby at 5:30, so we were good. Had a quick cup of coffee, and then our ride came that took us to the Shannon airport. And yeah, and it couldn't have gotten any better. I mean, of course, you're dreading your day of travel. We had got aisle seats, and so we could get up and go to the bathroom anytime we wanted. That was an 8-hour flight from Shannon to Chicago, and we boarded the plane, and we're sitting on our aisle seats, and nobody is sitting. Okay, Liz is across the aisle from me. Nobody's sitting in her other 2 seats. Nobody's sitting in my 2 seats, my other 2 seats. And they closed the plane door, and we looked at each other, and we're like, oh my goodness, God is good. He truly is. So we, after our meals, we took 2 or 3 hour naps and watched movies and felt like we got some rest. Anyway, so it was a good trip. I wish I could say, and I've already talked 27 minutes, and I am so sorry that I won't even show you my Christmas ornaments I got. Okay, because I haven't even talked about my knitting yet. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a long one. Okay, this is what I'm working on. I've played so many. I went through, okay, at the beginning of August, I went through my knitting, and I'm like, okay, this isn't going to happen, ripped it out. This isn't going to happen, ripped it out. This started out to be my second ranunculus, and I had too many stitches for some reason. So I ripped it out. I thought, I'm going to start over. And then I'm like, you know what? I really don't want a worsted weight ranunculus. At some point, maybe I do. But anyway, I ended up downloading the Sonja sweater by Petite Knits. And now I feel like this one's too big. I want it to fit sweatshirt. No, I think these are drop shoulders. So I guess that's okay. I'm just looking at it all wrong. This is the double, like this neckline. It's doubled over. I think that's what's on this. But the neckline seems so big. Why is it so big? So I'm this far. I don't know if I want to rip it out and start over and make a smaller size. I don't know. But I'm so far right now, and I just keep thinking, oh, keep going. I won't rip it out until I bound off and could actually try it on, I guess. Anyway, so there's that. So I'm just gonna be as quick as I can about this. This was my project. This was my trip project. I knitted the whole thing. On the trip home, I did the heel. I got the heel done. So this is what I've got done just while I've been home this week. But I forget what the yarn this is. I bought this over at the Abilene yarn shop called the Shivering Sheep. I guess you could call that my local yarn store. Though I love going to Yarn Barn, and when I finish my black sweater, and yeah, this is the yarn, and then I'm doing the toes are Malabrigo. I wish I could remember the name of that yarn. I lost the label and it's been too long ago. I don't even remember. So there's that sock. And here's my second sock that I did start at some point this summer. And I did get it out this week and finished this one. It's not blocked, so it's all yucky. But it's called But First Coffee Socks by, just a second and I'll tell you. Upside down. By Deb Buckingham at Knit On Designs. So, but this one is called, this came in a pattern of 3 patterns, and it'll have to do with coffee. But First Coffee, I don't remember anyway, but this one is pretty easy to memorize pattern. It's 4 pattern repeat. I did make the ribbing a little bit longer. I feel like this heel's too loose, but maybe after I block it, it'll be fine. Anyway, love the colors, and so I'd like to get that one done so I can wear them before it gets cold and I'm wearing my winter socks. This is my second sock. Ready for the heel turn on that one. So, what's in this bag? We're just going to play what's in this bag. Oh, this bag is, because I put it in a different bag. Oops, I zipped up my yarn. Oh dear. This is that, oh, you know, I already made one. I forget what it's called. But, yeah, let's get to the point where I won't be wearing that anymore. Fall is here, guys. It is here. Okay, what's in this bag? This bag has, this was going to be my trip project. I could have taken it no more than I really got knitted, but this is another Edinburgh hat. Edinburgh hat. It's called a muscle burrow. But I was thinking, if the correct pronunciation of Edinburgh is Edinburgh, then shouldn't the Musselburgh hat be Musselburgh? 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 I don't know. Anyway, because I decided, okay, what if I knit halfway? I want to knit half and half. I want to knit with this, and then the second half, I'm going to knit it with this alpaca. And that'll be the inside. It'll be fuzzy and warm. Oh my gosh. So that makes me want to really work on that. So half is going to be just this. I hope that works. And then the other half will be, it'll be a little bit, the gauge will be a little bit off, but who cares? What's next? I went through all that already. Oh, okay. Before I left for Scotland, I went ahead of my, I crocheted ahead on my temperature blanket. And so, I just wanted to find my crochet hook before I lost it. Let me get it up here. I don't know what's right side or wrong side. I did, can you see it? I did this stitch. Some people call it a wheat stitch. It's really called a bubble. Is it a bubble stitch? Bobble? Oh, I forget the correct name. But when you do 2 rows of it in a row, it does look like wheat. I'm not really getting, I can't really get that to, can you see? I can't tell what I'm doing. So I did 10 days of that stitch. And I used their color temperatures, which is now, I mean, those temperatures are coming back. I had to order another skein of this orange because I'm almost out. I've done quite a bit of orange. So there's my temperature blanket update. This odd row is 4th of July. I held red, white, and blue yarns together and did a double crochet. It's getting long. Getting long. Anyway, so there's that. Okay, next, what's in this bag? Okay. I started this poncho again. This yarn has been so many things, and I keep ripping it out, and I want to call it something, and I want to make it. The first time I made this poncho, it's because I wasn't going to have enough yarn, and now I'm making it again. It makes absolutely no sense. I'm nuts. But now I'm thinking, now that I've made the ranunculus, I might want to do a ranunculus out of this. This is a linen yarn. It'll make a nice ranunculus. So I'm going to rip that one. Those are my rips. I'm going to make a ranunculus out of that. And what is in this bag? Oh, I had this chunky yarn I didn't know what to do with. So what am I making? A poncho or something? I don't know. I don't even, it's like, why? I might make something else out of that. Maybe a chunky ranunculus. I don't know. I've got too many things. Okay, what's in this bag? Oh, this is the bunny I never finished. I was making this bunny for Charlotte for Easter. I've got some parts made. There's the body. And here's a limb. I know what you're thinking. It's not. It's not that. It's a limb, I promise. And one more thing. I know what's in here. This is my ongoing project that I'm making with my granddaughter. We've all been doing other things this summer. But now that things are slowing down, we'll get back to it maybe soon. Hopefully soon. So I need to find some different colors. I think I'm bored with those colors already. That is the Copenhagen. Here, hang on. I have one in this basket here. Oh, I've got them pinned together. Oh, well, they're not even pinned together right. They're the Copenhagen building. Oh, that's upside down. There's the roof. Yep. And then there's that one. I've made 2. I thought I made 3. Oh, I did make 3. But I don't like this one. You can barely see it, but we're using it anyway. So I've made 3. We got to get with that. Okay, I've been through all my projects now. Pretty sure we're in 39 minutes. That's not too bad. Okay, so stay tuned for the picture slideshow thingy I'm putting together. Right now I'm trying to figure out how to get some Scottish music in there. iMovie does not offer a Scottish or Irish version. Or anything bagpipey or anything like that. Oh, I did get this claddagh ring. Oh, That was on my bucket list too. Got the claddagh ring. It's my favorite. The proper way to wear one is to wear, and if you're a married lady, you're supposed to wear it on your left ring finger with the heart pointing toward your heart. So I might just wear it as my new wedding ring. I don't know. Sometimes maybe I will. Anyway, I love it. And yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out. And, you know, if you like anything, please comment or, you know, like, or I like it if you comment. That way I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself, which I pretty much am, but anyway. Got a busy fall ahead, and I'm going to try not to start any new projects. I'm going to finish some old ones, like I just showed you. So by next time, it'll be sometime in October. We'll see how much I've gotten done. So if you want to tell me what you're working on, what your fall plans are. What's your favorite fall knit? What are you working on? Just tell me. Okay, just let me know you're out there. All right, people. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.